Welcome to Watch Lists. Today I'm going to go over my NFL picks and updated power rankings for Week 13, also known as Thanksgiving Week. Let's get to the updated rankings. Looks like we have the Los Angeles Rams sitting at number 1 again, but what's new is they have received 21 out of 21, so they received every single first place ranking across the board. That's the first time that's happened. There are some other teams receiving second place rankings. We've got Denver, Seattle, New England, Philadelphia, and down here at 10th, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs, who received 2 second place rankings with Pro Football Focus and NFL Trade Rumors. But they also have the biggest span here, 16, because right next to it, the NFL Spin Zone has them at 18th overall. So, Kansas City, they're the controversial one this week. Let's looking at the bottom of the list. We've got the same team, Tennessee, in last place. And then we also have 2 other teams receiving last place rankings, the Las Vegas Raiders with 7 and the New Orleans Saints with 2. So there are 3 lowest ranked teams. Biggest movers of the week. Tampa Bay down 7 spots to 17. They lost to the Rams. They've actually had a bunch of injuries and keep losing. Wasn't that long ago that they were the number 1 team on the list. So that's kind of how far they fall once they get a couple of injuries, right? The teams that have gone up the highest, Houston, they had that big win on Thursday night last week against Buffalo. Their defense looked really good, with the backup quarterback winning 3 in a row. So Houston's now up to number 14. I already talked about Kansas City. They were up 3 spots with their win. And then the Seattle Seahawks are up 3 for their highest of the season. They're now sitting at 3rd place overall. So there you have it. Oh, actually, I wanted to call out for the highest of the season, Chicago Bears are at their highest rank of the season at 11. They're 8-3. So they've had a good run here. And believe it or not, this is the highest Dallas Cowboys have been all season. They're at number 18. Probably because, they all slightly ticked up because they have been winning a bit. They made a big trade and had their defenses there, but they got a 10th place ranking from the Rich Eisen show. So that's their highest they've been. All right, let's get to the how we did last week. So last week was actually a really good week. I was 11-3 with my ranking picks, but I was 12-2 with the instinct picks, my best of the season, 86%. The only one I got wrong was Buffalo. We got wrong both. Pittsburgh, I thought they would win, but I also thought Aaron Rodgers would somehow play. Didn't happen. They lost. Chicago's on a winning streak there, so... But I did have Kansas City winning against Indianapolis and Dallas. Yeah, nobody predicted the huge comeback, 21-point comeback there, but I thought they would win that anyway. So there you have it. Let's go ahead to the let's go for the picks for Week 13. And here we go, starting with Thanksgiving early game. Got Green Bay at Detroit. This is a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and pick Detroit since they're at home and their rankings are so close there. Kansas City at Dallas. I think Kansas City is playing well. They finally figured out how to win some close games, but I'm going to pick Dallas on this game just because they are the home team and they've also been playing well. I think their defense is much improved ever since they made that trade for Quinnen Williams. Cincinnati at Baltimore. I'm going to take Baltimore. I know Joe Burrow's back, but Baltimore's also Lamar Jackson's been back for a few weeks, and they keep winning. Chicago Bears at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to take Philadelphia on Black Friday. They lost to Dallas a few days ago. They're not going to lose again, I think. Rams at the Carolina Panthers. Rams. San Francisco at Cleveland. This is, I say San Francisco, but I kind of want to pick Cleveland there with Shedeur Sanders. I'll think about that one as we're going. Let's see, Indianapolis and Houston. Oh, man. Houston, again, like I said, they're up at their highest at the season. Indianapolis has to beat somebody good, right? This is a division game. I think Indianapolis is going to win this one. Even though Houston could. I mean, they're pretty close in the rankings still. Close enough, I guess. If I expand this and say Houston has their highest is a 7, and Indianapolis, their lowest ranking is a 13. So it is within margin of error there. So I could definitely pick Houston, but I'm not going to. Miami over New Orleans. Yeah, they had a week off to prepare for this one. They'll be fine. Atlanta. Oh, with Kirk Cousins. I'm going to pick Atlanta. I won't pick the Jets probably all season again. Arizona Cardinals at Tampa Bay. I'm going to pick Tampa Bay. They've been down a little bit, but they need a win, and it's a good time to play against Arizona, who I thought was going to do well at the beginning of the season, but they just haven't. Jacksonville, Tennessee. I'm not going to pick the last place team. Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle. I think Sam Darnold's going to get a little revenge on the team that didn't bring him back last year. Las Vegas Raiders at the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think Raiders season's pretty much done, right? Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Oh, man. Buffalo. Maybe Pittsburgh. Let me think about that one as well, just because, man, they've fallen off. I think they lost they're no longer in first place in their division. Now Baltimore overtook them. Let's see. Denver at Washington. I'm going to pick Denver, and New England hosting the New York Giants. Pick New England again. So I've only got 2 so far, but who was I hesitant on? I think I'm going to go with Cleveland over San Francisco, just because I think the team wants to play for Sanders. He's just like that kind of leader that the players like, I think. So Cleveland's going to win that one. And who else was I hesitant on? Pittsburgh over Buffalo. I think Pittsburgh beats Buffalo. So there you go. There's the 4 different. Oops, sorry about that. There's the 4. And yeah, I feel good about that. So happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching.